How's it going, flippers, and welcome back to the channel. So on today's video we are going to be doing another charity shop outing. So we are in town, and actually this week we're actually doing it a bit differently because we are doing the route in reverse. So I got dropped off into town and I just decided, you know what, that end of town, I think I was meeting my other half at the Melzer outlet. So I thought, well, let's just do the route in reverse and we'll see what we can find. So we are at, and I always forget this one. I always forget what the name of it is. I'm just going to pull it up. Making a difference to Maidstone. So this is one that's normally sort of middle of the run, but yeah, just having a look around. Obviously I've had a look at the sort of the vintage section where I've had sort of some luck in the past. I'm just having a look at sort of the DVDs, just scanning over the books, see if there's anything there, and then I look over and see a Monopoly. So this is, I think it's a 1972 edition of Monopoly. So I'll put it over and just have a look, so sort of make sure it's complete. But yeah, you'll see they're after £3 for that. So I do pick that one up. So I'm just having a look round the box, see if I can actually see a date, but I can't see it on the box. But when I get home, I get the instructions out, and that's when it sort of says 1972 on it. And then once again, just having another look through the games, and this one jumps out at me. So this is a interactive version of Cluedo using a VHS. So they've got this one priced up at £2.50. So I'll get my phone out just to sort of give them a scan, just to see how much they're sort of, what sold comps are on them. And you see there sort of $18.99, $17.49. I think I've got mine listed at $19.99 because it is complete and in really good condition in comparison to sort of some of the others. I have actually as well, when I got home, I did sort out all the cards, so they're all actually sort of bundled together now, so it's a lot neater in there. And I just thought I'd have another scan through just to see if anything else sort of pops out, because obviously you had someone sort of drop off some really good games. And there you go, we've got Minions version of Monopoly. But the reason I put that one back is on the right hand side, you've got a window where you can see all the pieces, and it's quite clear that sort of all the pieces have been pulled out. It's not as together as sort of I'd like it to be, so I give it a miss. I didn't actually look it up either, but then I see this, and this is a plug-in sort of games console, Space Invaders. I think if I can stop shaking the camera about, I've got it listed. Yeah, there you go, £3. And I do scan it. So I look at it and it's just not, there's no real value in that. Obviously I think all the ones on there that we saw, I think they were about sort of £15, but that was sort of new. And then just looking up a version of Trivial Pursuit, so I see them quite often, but every time I scan them they're not really sort of worth picking up.
You alright? How you doing?
Alright, thank you.
So just having a quick look at the men's shoes there. Nothing really sort of caught my eye. Just having a look at the sort of china and the cups and things like that. Once again, nothing really stands out. I'm not sort of massive on the sort of china bits at the moment. Just always sort of worried about sort of actually sending them out. But I have got, obviously I have bought sort of a couple of money boxes, sort of china money boxes, so yeah, I'm going to have to sort of get to grips with sending them out. So looking at the kids' games, there's nothing really there. And then just sort of quickly sort of scanning through the kids' DVDs. Normally they sometimes have sort of video games in this bit as well. So, but nothing today. So, next up, we are back at the RSPCA. So, I like this one because obviously the DVDs and the games are all sort of 50p. So, you can normally find some good. I've had some good finds out of here, both on sort of video games and sort of DVDs. But I have found sort of last sort of few weeks that I've been in here, it's been any sort of piece, any games that they've got has always been sort of PC. So have a look at this one. It's the Resident Evil trilogy. So this is the first 3 films in the series. As you can see, not really worth anything. £5 sort of sale, £4 to £5 sort of sale price. So once I sort of listed it, it's not really sort of worth it. But I do see this a PC sort of dogfighting simulator. I actually thought it would be worth a lot more than what it is, but nope. So £3 or £4, I think that one was going for. And every time I come in here now, I do have a look to see if I can find the other 2 volumes of the Spider-Man DVDs that we picked up a few weeks ago. So the ones that we picked up a few weeks ago, they were brand new. They come from this shop. I think it's Spectacular Spider-Man. I think we've got volumes 1 and 4. So every time I come in, I do see if I can find sort of volumes sort of 2 and 3. And then as I walk in, sort of I have a quick look at the DVDs, but you may have spotted something that's caught my eye. And I will see it in a second. There we go. I think I'm grabbing it. There we go. So it is a micro scale electrics for £5. So it's boxed. It's partially complete, which I'll find out when I get home. It's missing a couple of the I don't even know what you'd call them. Basically the pieces that sort of elevate the track at the crossover. But I have managed to sort of pick them up. I picked them up for a couple of quid, and I just need to put them in the box. But yeah, no, I do actually pick this up for £5. I think I'm not sure whether I find it or not. Okay, yes, I do find it. There's one there for £19. There's a 35, 29. But when I get home, obviously what I do is whenever I'm out at the charity shops, I'll always sort of scan them briefly with the phone, just sort of get a rough idea. But then when I get home, I do sort of have a look in a bit more detail. And when I get home, I think I find out that sort of the average sold comps on them are about £20. So after I work out sort of shipping and everything like that, I'm going to be looking at about a £2 to £3 profit. Obviously at the moment, don't know how I'm going to send it out. Might actually end up just sort of wrapping it. So next up, we've got another version of Cluedo, this time sort of a more modern version that you see there, sort of £3. And let's have a quick look at the sold comps. Yeah, £2, just not worth a pickup. So we've got another version of Monopoly, Monopoly Junior for £2. Seems sort of very beaten up. Looks like it's actually missing sort of an insert as well. What I do is, I think I do scan it. Yes, I do. And typical, I hold it off screen, but I think the sold comps were about sort of £5-6. It just didn't have any sort of, there was no profit in it. Then we've got a version of Twister, once again sort of £8-9. Not really a lot in it, and to be quite honest, sort of, apart from the monopolies, I haven't been doing that well with regards to sort of board games. So I am a bit more picky, especially the sort of the vintage board games. I thought they'd actually sell quite well, but no, they don't actually they don't really go well for me. Then I come in, I see this pair of Skechers, and I get really excited actually, because bar a bit of a clean up, they look really good. But then I noticed great big slit in the heel. And it's actually on both of them as well, so I was absolutely gutted about that, because I would have picked them up. I don't think I've actually picked up a pair of Skechers yet. We've had some Nike football boots, Adidas Astro Turf boots, and what was the other ones? Puma. A pair of Puma sort of trainers as well. And I see this boxed what look like nearly new Reebok trainers, but I can't remember what they wanted, but I think it was close. I think it was about a tenner they wanted for these, and just wasn't sort of worthwhile for me. Then next up, we are in the final charity shop for today, and immediately I go to this bookcase, because they've got a load of DVDs in here, and I think this is the first week that they've had this in. So everything in here is, I think it's 5 for £1. So I see this one, Anna Music 2, and it looks like a very sort of obscure title, so I do sort of get it out and give it a scan. And it's selling quite well actually, so they're seeing sold comps there of about sort of £15 to £20. There's a couple of sort of low prices, but on average they're about sort of £15 to £20. So I'll give that one a go. I have sort of a quick scan through. And then there's someone else there, so I think I'll go over, sort of have a look at the full price DVDs. At this right now, I'm actually just considering sort of just getting that DVD. But I end up sort of, I do go back. I don't think I get it where I actually go through what's there, and I am really, really gutted, because this is when I actually get my best find ever. So I go back, I do look at the 5 for £1 DVDs, and I actually pick up one of the DVDs there, and I pick it up because I needed a what was it? It was a DVD that I'd bought a few weeks ago, and when I got it, when I was in the charity shop, they always tape up their DVDs, so you can't actually open them and look at them. But when I got home, sort of when I was opening it up and checking it, I noticed it was actually in a Nintendo Wii case, wasn't in its original case. So I needed a new case for it. Didn't have anything decent at home that I could use. So I thought, well, I've got to get some more DVDs. I want to get some more DVDs. It doesn't make sense for me to pay £1 for this one DVD when I could get a load more. I could get sort of 5 and potentially make some more profit. So yeah, I do go back and I pick up this one DVD, and you'll see it sort of, I'll show it on the pickups, and I pick it up and it's like, oh, that looks like a really good case. It's actually a darts DVD. So I pick the case up. I think it's a really good condition case. I scan it, nothing comes up for it. So I think, yeah, I'll get that case and I'll swap the DVD over. Then when I get home, I look it up, and so I actually ended up paying 20p for it. I get home and it's selling for between £75 and £120. I was literally floored. Literally jumping around. Could not believe that I nearly sort of gave it up, or that I was literally just going to sort of pull it all out and get rid of the disc and just use the case. So yeah, over 400% profit on that. It's listed at the moment. It's not sold, but it is one that I'm literally just going to leave up and leave it to sell when it sells. So yeah, really, really happy with that. As I say, proper gutted that I didn't film it. I just thought, do you know what, I'll just look for some extras. Didn't really think I'd find anything sort of worth showing, and then yeah, I get home and I find that absolute immense find. So what we'll do is we will head back home now, and we'll have a look at sort of everything I've managed to pick up today, and yeah, see what it's all worth. Okay, so we are now home from the charity shops, and it has actually turned out to be an absolutely amazing day today. My best day by far. Yeah, let's have a look through and see what we've actually got. So we will start off with the first pickup, which was the Monopoly. I think it is a 1972 edition of Monopoly. It's in really good condition. It is complete. Obviously there are sort of a couple of sort of doodles on the box, but other than that, it is in really, really good condition. So we paid £3 for the Monopoly. Expected sale price is a lot lower than I was expecting. But we'll probably get around sort of £20. So I'm probably going to price that up at £19.99. So for that, we are looking at about £6.84 profit. So not too bad, not too great, unfortunately. But then we also got
a Cluedo video board game. So this is Cluedo, but instead of it sort of being based on an actual sort of basically a board game, it's actually a, let me move that, it's all done on VHS. So really cool. I've seen loads of games like this sort of when I was growing up. It was quite fashionable to have sort of VHS, and then sort of moved on to sort of DVD. I've never played any of them myself, but yeah, had a look at it, and it's coming out once again, same as Monopoly. It's coming out about sort of £20 on the sold comps. We paid £2.50 for that one, so I'm probably going to list it once again for sort of £19.99, and we'll probably expect to get about £9.75 in profit for that one. So yeah, really chuffed with that. Then the next thing you see here is actually a set of instructions, just because the box was too big to actually get set up so that I could show it. But you would have seen from the videos that I was looking at the Micro Scale Electrics Mini Championship. So picked that up for £5, and yeah, I've gone through it. It does look, it's pretty much all there. I mean, there's a couple of sort of little stands that are missing, but other than that, it's all complete. The cars are all there, all the track pieces are there. It is just literally those couple of little stands. So hopefully I can look online and sort of get them for a couple of quid, and then that is ready to go. So we paid £5 for Scale Electrics. Unfortunately, it's not going for as much as I thought it was. So we're probably looking at sold comps for about £20. So that will be sort of about a £2.14 profit if we sell it for eBay. I am considering, because of the size, of just listing it on Facebook Marketplace, and have someone sort of come and collect it. If that's the case, I would probably be looking at about a £15 profit. But what I'll do is I will go on the estimation that we're going to be doing. We're going to be selling it through eBay. Okay, and then we get on to the absolute cracking part of the day. So we move over and we've got 5 DVDs. One of these DVDs is absolutely, by far, the best pickup that I have made since doing the channel. Absolutely gobsmacked. So we went into the Sue Ryder Foundation, and you'd seen that they had a bookcase, and that bookcase had 5 DVDs for £1. Oh, excuse me. 5 DVDs for £1. So I think I went through and we picked up sort of the Animusic 2, which is this one. We scanned that, that was coming back at about sort of £15. So obviously we paid 20p for it when it was all said and done. So £15, that would give us about £9.29 profit. And then obviously I went over, sort of had a look at the other DVDs, and while I was over at the other DVDs, I was sort of like, well, I'm going to pay £1 for that one. Why don't I just have a look for some others, maybe sort of ones that I can sell cheap, or in particular, I do have a DVD. There was a train DVD that we picked up sort of a couple of weeks ago, and when I got it home, realised that it was actually in a Nintendo Wii case. So I wanted to sort of get a new case and sort of replace the white Wii case with a black normal DVD case. So I thought, tell you what, I'll just sort of pick some random ones. So we started off, I think I picked up Little Britain. Little Britain is selling for about £5, so I should get about £2.54 profit on that one. Then we've got Telly Addicts, which is an interactive DVD game. That one is selling for about £2.50, so after fees and sort of shipping and that, I think it's only worth about it'll only be about 36p profit, but as I say, that was the whole point, was just to sort of get a couple of cheap bits just to sort of flip. Then we got the Billy Connolly. Was it something that I said? Now, I'm a massive fan of Billy Connolly. I was actually lucky enough to sort of go and see him in concert a couple of years ago. I think it was one of his last sort of tours. It was one of the last tours that he did. It was a performer that I've always wanted to see, so quite lucky with that. That one, it's literally worth, I think it was about £1.99, £2. That's selling for. So to sell that, it's just going to be a loss. So I'm probably going to keep that for myself, and maybe sort of swap the cover and disc into the Wii case so that we can sell the other DVD. But I did say that one of these DVDs was worth an absolute fortune, and it is the Portrait in Darts, Power the Phil Taylor. So yeah, my dad was always into darts. I never really got into it. I can play darts, I'm not too bad at it, but never really sort of followed it on telly and that. When we were in the shop, sort of I picked it up, looking at the case, because the case is in really, really good condition. So I thought, well, this would be the perfect one to sort of swap out for that other disc. Scanned it when we were in the shop, nothing come up. There was no sold comps, no nothing. So I thought I'd get it and use the case. And then when I've got home, I've gone through sort of each of these individually, sort of while I was on the computer at home, because it's a bit easier to search than just sort of scanning the barcodes. And I nearly fell off the chair. So Portrait in Darts, the Power Phil Taylor DVD is selling between £80 and £120. Absolute, I think what sort of some of the others say, an absolute bolo. Cannot believe it. It is the best pickup that I have made. So from the 20p that it's cost us to buy that, I'm probably going to list it for £75. That will undercut sort of everyone else that's on eBay. I am going to list it at, obviously the higher amounts are for sort of new versions. I'm going to list this as pre-owned, so yeah, 70 to £75 I reckon. But if we get a £75 listing on it, it will be a £60 and 2p profit. So yeah, absolutely amazing. I was really chuffed with that. So that is it for the pickups today. So total spend today was £11.50. Expected sale price for everything is 157 and 48p. And then the total profit today is £90 and 74p. So yeah, an absolutely amazing haul, considering I was sort of disappointed that I couldn't go to the boot fair this week because it was all of them were rained off. And I was sort of going into town sort of to do the charity shops as a second fiddle. Definitely worth the trip. So that is going to be the wrap up today's video. So I am now going to go and get all these photographed and get them uploaded onto eBay. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And if you want more videos just like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And just to wrap up, I just want to say a massive thank you for everyone for joining me today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. All right, bye.